In Attack on Titan, Future Eren fed selective memories to past generators of the Attack Titan to create the future he needed. He couldn't send the memories to his past self, so he sent them to the people whose memories would eventually be shown to him. Now imagine this in Boruto's world. A future Boruto having lived through the worst possible timeline. The Ten Tails Ascension, planetary extinction, fall of the village, Kawaki's betrayal, maybe even the loss of Himawari. Looks back at his timeline and makes a choice. Using omnipotence, prescience, or some version of the timeline information, selectively sends information back to the past, not to himself, because maybe he can't swear to Eren. Instead, he gives it to Koji, someone he trusts, but also someone who can act without revealing everything. This explains why Koji knows some information with perfect detail and other information not at all. Future Boruto only gives him the pieces he needed to
Wow.
Coincidentally, it's not communicated after what is possible for him to introduce the changes presented by Boruto me. Despite those changes, he initiated days before the actual battle took place. Yet the ability waited up until the exact moment when Kawaki arrived on the battlefield to
Really?
Boruto, then informed Koji of his change. This might require most of the changes to the timeline to even get to this in the first place. This isn't possible.
That is man.
Koji's prescience allows him to see multiple timeline branches, but it isn't omniscient. It also relies on the spell of Shinbao Tsutsumi.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead. Looking to make a big splash here tonight. Time to start the weekend in style. We welcome you to Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Boston Celtics. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. And giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Ali LaForce. And here is our race for Rookie of the Year. You can feel the excitement around this group. So much potential. Getting his feet wet early in the year. Just outside that top 5. He's a rookie to track the rest of the way.
To be mentioned in the top 10 of a strong rookie class says a lot about his potential.
Yep, and there's a lot of competition for the ROI this season. Rookie of the Year, folks, if you're not keeping up. And as early as it is, you know, he's got plenty of time to put himself right in the middle of the running.
Looking at the starting 5 for Boston. The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Then it's Derek White. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Smooth in at the point. And for the Rockets, Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Then there's Whitmore. Then it's Jalen Green. And it's Peterson in at the 1. Better be on your game tonight, Clark. These teams like to go, go, go.
Exciting for us and the fans, BA, but exhausting for the defenses. I mean, it should be a high-scoring affair, up-tempo, windshield wiper quality. Expect a lot of substitutions to keep things fresh.
And it's Whitmore missing. Boston on offense. Boy, this team is on a heater right now. 16 wins in a row, and they've shown no signs of slowing down.
And it is very impressive, but it's also interesting. I mean, even sitting here at the broadcast table and the storyline this group has created has you just impressed and a little scratch in your head, because we expect drama and a certain amount of unpredictability with this crew. That's not gone away, but I tell you, this team seems to be minimizing or mitigating the volatility. They seem to be a lot more solid of late.
Now here's Whitmore. Taking a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Here's Peterson. And Porzingis with the block.
Hey, with that length, Porzingis is always a threat to block shots. I mean, when he matches that length with really good energy and awareness, he can be a good defender.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Can they get it? Peterson. And a nice finish on the layup. Just over a minute and a half in. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Counted from distance.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Pass to Peterson. Back to Green. The 3. Boston pulls it in. They defeated Washington in their last game.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
So it's the Rockets now, following the bucket by Boston. Back to Green. Smith outside. Pass to Peterson. Clock at 6. With the floater. Second chance effort. Gets another look. Out to the right wing. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Wizards put on a show. He contributed 40 points, and he was dealing assists all around. And he had a monster game that last time out. He'll try to match or even exceed those numbers tonight. That's got to be scary to face, Brian.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him. It might force him to adjust or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift, that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
Now here's Brown, averaging around 5 points a game. Tatum passes to Porzingis. The kick out to White. To the wing on the left. There's Tatum with the 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Here's the pick. Green for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
They didn't give up a single victory to this team last regular season, which went according to script.
Right you are. I mean, winning the games they were supposed to win. No doubt they'll look to continue that tonight.
Now here's Green. His last outing, he had 24 points. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And the shot goes down.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Smooth. The pass to Tatum. Launches a 3. On target from range. Tatum's got 19 points.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
And so it's the Boston Celtics feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. Defense is setting the tone. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Great to have you with us. Checked in for Houston. Peterson comes in for Stevens. Boston making a switch here.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
You know it. I get a double-double for the half.
Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Peterson in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Peterson. 17 points in his last outing.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Şengün. Here's Peterson. Drives to the hoop, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
Yeah, highly efficient, nothing extra special there, just effective.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
The Rockets have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Pass to Şengün. Here's Peterson. On the take. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it in. Peterson's got 6 here in the quarter.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Green is checked in. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. LeVert comes in for Brown. With a new season underway, what are some areas that are challenging for players to get used to again, Grant?
You know, B.A., I think being on the road again in general, making sure you continue to eat right, get the proper rest, getting into a routine as quickly as possible. That's what's the most challenging at first.
Peterson. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Hey, he's one of the best on the offensive glass, so you've got to get a body on Şengün.
Here's Tyler. It's deflected. On the wing, Green. The 3 ball. He's off on that one. For Boston, they've gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Smooth. Pass to LeVert. Here's Tyler. And again, Boston with the triple.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Peterson. He's got 10. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Tyler with the bucket.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Now here's Thompson. No made baskets yet. Here's Easton. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Tatum.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Tyler with the bucket.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's Peterson. 12 points for him. Inside. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Peterson's got 14 points for the game.
He's on a roll in this quarter. The defense better be careful.
Tyler. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Outside, Green. Outside, Easton. With 1 on the clock. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Boston out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Oh, Lord.
Suzuki doesn't understand the pain of existence when they die without a message. They instead.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league.
Checking out the Celtics.
They're on a mission, you can tell. They came into the season locked and loaded, making a statement here early on, Ernie.
Still a lot of season left, but you couldn't ask for a better start from them. And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Houston Rockets.
Poor communication right now. They've been out of sync offensively, and you can feel the frustration building.
Man, they've been taking some wacky shots out there. Looking like Ernie out there.
Hey, easy. I got a J. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And it's Green with the ball for Houston. On the court right now for the Celtics. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Smooth in at the point guard position. Here's Tatum. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Tatum's got 24.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Pass to Smith. And here is Green. Fires from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Green's got his second basket on the night.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
A nice shot by Tatum.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Outside, Green. Here's Peterson. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Tyler. He's got 12. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Green. Houston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
To the middle. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Şengün finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. Make him feel you.
Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Smith outside. Back to Green. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on White. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side, and it didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Of the Joshing experience, which is more invaluable.
And both free throws good for Green.
Looking for a one-word descriptor for Jalen Green? The best one I come up with is exciting. The way he runs the floor and gives every play his all. This guy's just fun to watch.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Now here's Whitmore. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And another miss by Houston.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. A minute 42 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Good work there as it goes. Green's got 7 now in this quarter.
Green doing work inside. Feels like he can score on just about anybody.
There's Tatum with the 3. Good! Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Pass to Whitmore. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Walsh. Walsh has got 4 rebounds now. The Celtics have gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
So it's Boston now. Here's Tyler, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
They grab their own miss.
And for Smith Jr., it's really about being aggressive inside. That's what's going to help him earn these calls.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
Houston making some changes. Lowry, he's checked in for Şengün. Eason comes in for Whitmore. And Stevens subbed in for Green. Bell, he's checked in for Boston. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
So many are excited about Smith Jr.'s future. I think if he can add some muscle to that frame of his, he's going to be a real problem.
Tyler with the bucket.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Here's Stevens. Launches it. That shot, no good. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Boston out in front, running away with it. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Boy, we are about 46 points.
PNG sliding, extremely boring, and in the opening of the episode, huge problem here for One Punch Man Season 3. I mean, almost every episode had these, like, 2+ minute just PowerPoint.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Tari Eason, Amen Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Lowry in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Eason. Hits the trifecta. Eason's got his first 3 points of the game.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
LeVert passes to Smooth. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Here's Peterson. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Here's Walsh. And that one's good. Bell.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Pass to Lowry. LeVert goes against Eason. Off target from outside. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter.
Dang, bro, you supposed to take that.
Here's Walsh. He's guarded by Lowry. Here's Tyler. Outside Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. No good from outside. For Houston, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Pass to Eason. Beyond the arc. Pure from three-point range.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
LeVert passes to Smooth. Here's Walsh. And Boston calls time here.
I'll fuck up my stats.
I like how they made the scratches go away because some people thought that Sizemore actually got damaged from that, but no, he never got hurt.
Houston making some changes. Smith, he's checked in for Lowry. Whitmore comes in for Eason. And Jalen Green subbed in for Thompson.
There were some parts where I felt like it was lacking, but there was other parts where I was like, wow, this is really good animation, at least character acting. And they constantly had a
winning time, kid.
as well, finally, which I appreciate. But Giro's attack is a little weak. It's just like this sphere PNG that they keep kind of expanding and shrinking.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
And I felt like this part was lacking a lot of it.
Left side, Whitmore. Pass to Peterson. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
Here's Hauser. Here's Tyler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Peterson. Smith outside. Here's the 3. And Booker pulls it down.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Celtics.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, BA, it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. So go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jason Tatum.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
And Boston calls time here. They lead by 40. LeVert's checked in for Boston. 51 seconds left in the fourth. Left side Holiday. Pass to Hauser. Here's Tyler. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. He drops it from range.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Kept alive.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Boy, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Tyler with the bucket.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
And then he transforms, and his final form just looks so cool. Like, colors are really good here. He finally feels powerful and scary, like, as a character. So they definitely, like, I feel like for the first time in this season, like, showed a villain that, like, actually feels threatening. And when he transforms here, I mean, I don't really get the sense that Saitama's gonna have too much of a problem, but I definitely feel like this guy is strong as hell. At least just from the way he looks and, like, how they did him justice on the art. Orochi goes on this huge spiel, the same as Boros, the Sea King, the same as every monster that comes to face with Saitama and says, oh, I'm like, you know, the evolution of monsters. And Saitama's like, yeah. You all die in one punch. Like, let's get this over with. So, classic Saitama. I mean, he also looks amazing here. Again, the art for Saitama was pretty much perfect in the episode. And same with the animation. It was really good. Really, really strong in it. It felt some parts like it was season 1 to me. And I'm wondering, like, did they start with this? Did they, like, put all the resources into this fight and then work on the rest of the season? I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. Because the animation just pops off here. Beginning from Orochi's next attack, the animation goes absolutely crazy. I'm not sure who the animators are that worked on these scenes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, some of this feels like his style, but there had to be some other
MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
A lot of these movements, impact frames, and speed and power are really good. There was a whole lot of weight behind every attack from basically this point on. As we see Saitama running through the tunnel, look at this shot, man. Wow, like, this is awesome. This got me so hyped. The beginning of this scene, see Saitama flying in like this on 2s. This scene is actually on 5s, but it feels so smooth as Saitama flies towards Orochi, dodging all of his dragons. Look at the consistency of his uniform and his cape. It's really exceptionally good. This is top tier season 1 level, 10 out of 10 Saitama animation. I really don't see how you could have done this scene in particular any better. And it's so good that it really has me surprised at the rest of the season. I'm wondering, like, why is this so perfect, so 10 out of 10 good, and then the rest of the season is so bad for the most part? The only explanation I can think of is they started with this. They had to see if they were capable of doing a really good job with the final fight, and once they did this, they're like, all right, let's fill in the rest of the season, and then, like, what, they ran out of time or something? That's seemingly what it feels like to me, because this animation is beautiful. Like, the consistency, the total amount of frames, there's so many frames, so much momentum, and even when he's flying towards Orochi, look at the amount of shading and detail on the dragons that are, like, flying past him. There's so many levels of shading to it, and highlights and detail, and it's constantly changing. There's no reused art or animation. It's really well done, man. I'm just blown away. I gotta know who this animator is. And it's really easy to tell everything that's going on with little Saitama fighting a giant. This scene also really well done. You can just see how the dragon energies, like, very smoothly expand and explode. No PNGs there. That was just a really well done animation. And this whole sequence just starts to go absolutely crazy from this point on. There's so much movement. It pretty much doesn't stop moving until the end of this fight. As Saitama launches himself and flies through this, like, vortex of speed, you go through Saitama's eyeball and then go through Orochi's eyeball, and then he punches through the finishing blow. Saitama's twisting as Orochi's head is twisting towards Saitama because of the centrifugal force of the punch. Love the attention to detail they put into this. I mean, this is just remarkably well done. I love how the tentacles are trying to hold Saitama back. We burst through them, and everything about this is spectacular. 10 out of 10 in my opinion, maybe 9.5. speed lines because I feel like it removes a lot of detail. Like seeing the backgrounds moving really quickly as the speed lines, I feel like would have been a little bit better. Maybe it's just nitpicky. This explosion after the punch is finished was just beautiful. This explosion is so good. You have the burst, then you have these shockwaves travel along the walls, expanding outwards, and then the delayed reaction multi-chain explosion popping off with really good sound effects. That was a really well done, absolutely something. And with that, the Monster King Orochi's head falls into the chasm, Saitama lands. Really nice animation of him just straight up landing. And that's the end of Orochi for now. But
get the popcorn ready. It's game time.
Punch, we see this mural form with this giant shadowy figure. Who might that be? That is the Monster God. The same one that was shown by Homeless Emperor in episode 11, the previous episode, and it's also the big monster that I made a fan animation of Saitama fighting recently, which you won't probably see. If you haven't, go to my channel and watch Saitama vs. the Monster God. And then we go over to King, who gets startled, and you think it's the little kid who needs rescuing, but it turns out he's a monster.
Showtime MP.
And King
True ballers only.
No, this is Glassdoor. It's made by all the fake ads. It's free, there's no ads, and it plays just like the ads. See, this game is just like the ads because the developers actually took all those fake ad games and
King scares him so much with his King engine that the monster is literally bouncing it. Show me what you got! You guys rule! Finally, we see Saitama traveling deeper down into the Monster Association because this entire arc is obviously not done yet. The Monster King was defeated, but there's still plenty of monsters alive that are extremely powerful, as we saw Atomic Samurai vs. Black Ass, Gump vs. Kid God, and so forth. So they really rushed through the manga to get to this point of Saitama vs. Orochi. They skipped a ton. In a way, I'm kind of glad. In a way, I'm not. I mean, the choices are questionable for, like, what scenes they should have included versus removed. They definitely removed a lot of really good content that added a lot of value to the series, especially with Garo. But it's very clear that they wanted to get through to Saitama vs. Garo by the end of the next season, or at least maybe that will be like a movie.
Coming up next, the Pistons taking on the Celtics. For Detroit, they've shown no fear so far this season. Now on the road against one of the toughest tests yet. You can bet they're salivating at the chance to cement their elite standing in this league. Celtics Pistons is next.
Hey, what, babe?
Good evening, everyone. The NBA season is still young, but there's a buzz in the air for this game of the NBA Cup. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Boston, a terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Pistons, just a few spots below there.
And, you know, for the Celtics, they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Marcus Sasser is out there with Cade Cunningham. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Thompson, and it's Butler in at the power forward. And for Boston, White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Tyler in at the point. And so off the tip, it's Boston. We're still in the first stages of the season, Doris. How much are these teams relying on analytics right now?
Kev, this is such a fascinating point you bring up because in the offseason, they look at a substantial amount of data. And what the analytics department does, go to the coaching staff. This is what we know can be effective. And there is definitely an adjustment in strategy happening.
And the Celtics with possession here, following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Kept alive, the kick out to Tatum. Buries it from three-point range. Tatum's got the first bucket of the game with the three for Boston. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk earlier with Boston's head coach. Now, we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler, and the coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it'd probably be the three-point shot.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
The three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Butler. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. With the drive. And Boston with the rebound. And this team has been on a very impressive 17-game winning streak. They are red hot right now.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it. The athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
Here is Cunningham. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Sasser with it. Now guarded by Tyler. Sasser can't hit.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
That one goes. Count it.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. 9-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Butler. 11 points for him in that last game against Orlando.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
And the basket is good. Tatum's got 10 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Cunningham. Takes it off the glass.
Well, Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Celtics leading by 8. The 3 from Tatum. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. For the Pistons, Hartenstein's checked in for Nurkic. Stewart comes in for Thompson. And Jones subbed in for Cade Cunningham. .58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Jones. 17 points for him last game against Orlando. Sasser finds Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by Tyler.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Teardrop shot, and the layup is good. Tyler's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
A three-pointer off the mark. Boston leading by 13. Driving to the basket.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And here is Butler. Stewart with the screen on Brown. Shot to stop the run, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Right back after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that... Some changes here for the Celtics. Hauser's checked in, and Derek White subbed in for LeVert. And then for Detroit, Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Jones. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Josh Christopher. On the floor for Detroit, Marcus Sasser is out there with Butler. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, guys. Well, Smooth in the last game against Houston lit up the floor. He scored 24 points, and his passing was phenomenal with a ton of assists. Those were video game numbers he put up in that last game. Boy, it had the league abuzz. We'll see what he's got in store tonight. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, DA. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Brown against Thompson. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics leading by 13. Nice ball movement by Boston. Three-pointer. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Stewart. In low. Rebound Boston. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And I credit the shot selection in that one. It's hard to stay patient, but you see the reward.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
Pass to Butler. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
White, that's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
What? Why are you talking about that?
So both teams making some changes here.
Like that, bro. baby. You look good.
35 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Cunningham to stop the run. The rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Tyler, no good. Sasser with it. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Orlando. And Cunningham with the slam.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And so it's Boston cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this.
Thanks for being here. Let's kick things off with a check on the NBA Players of the Week. For the East, Jason Tatum.
Reminds me of the Swiss Army knife forward Jason Tatum. It's amazing how well developed a scorer he is at such a young age. What's even more amazing, his fans really get on him when he's not producing at the highest level. A little bit ungrateful if you ask me.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Celtics.
Well, they were the tougher team in that half, and it showed up in a number of ways. Just look at the rebounding numbers, Ernie.
Yeah, that differential really sticks out. It's one of the ways they overwhelm you. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Derek White is out there with Smooth. And it's Porzingis in at the center. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Wow, facing a huge size disadvantage. He goes fearless to the rack. Great athleticism and body control.
You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers. Boy, you can see Tatum continues to grow his game with a play like that. That is nicely done.
The Pistons shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Bounce pass, Butler. Here's Thompson. Drilled from 11 feet out. Thompson's got his third basket of the night right there.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
The three from Tatum. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Thompson outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Pistons have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Cunningham outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Cunningham's got 5 points in the quarter. And here's Porzingis for a three. Pass to Tatum. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. Then on Friday, they'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors. Now Cunningham. He's got 12. Tries it from the top of the key. Doesn't go that time. The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. A nice shot by Tyler.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Jason Tatum. First in field goal percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. And Cunningham with the slam.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's number. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
And, well, Detroit shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Pistons passing it around. Thompson misses.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, Jaylen Brown gets his feet set in the catch and shoot and just drills it.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Back to Cunningham. Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. And it's White with the rebound. White's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Tatum passes to Tyler. To the inside. Porzingis kicks to Tyler. And again, Boston with the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Butler. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Celtics have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Nurkic kicks to Thompson. Here's Sasser. Here's Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Jusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
So for the Pistons, Stewart's checked in for Ausar Thompson. Jones comes in for Marcus Sasser. And it's Josh Christopher in for Cunningham. Boston's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Wasted no time on that one. 34 points for Smooth.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Christopher, defended by Tyler. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Butler. Shoots over LeVert. Jones for 3. And that one is off. And so it's the Boston Celtics going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll return shortly. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Pistons, Hartenstein is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Jones. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. Jones looking for an opening. A nice shot by Hartenstein.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Tyler. Pass to Walsh. Here's Tyler. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Thompson inside. LeVert defending. Pass to Sasser. Here's Stewart. Here's Hartenstein. Back to Sasser. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Holiday against Jones. Sasser with it. Pass to Stewart. Back to Sasser. Now, here's Stewart. Tight defense on him.
Well, being aggressive and assertive. The big man snatching the rebound.
Here's Walsh to the middle. Here's Tyler. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Last quarter of play. About 2 minutes in now. Now here's Thompson. Pass to Sasser. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Here's Sasser, guarded by Tyler. Out left to the wing. The screen from Thompson. They get the rebound. Pass to Sasser. The Pistons working the ball around now. Fires for three. LeVert grabs the miss. The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Tyler. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Sasser, defended by Tyler. Pass to Stewart. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Celtics.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Boston.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far
they've won 2 straight.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Smooth.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Hits it from three-point range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Stewart kicks to Jones. From the arc. Rebound by Tyler.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. No question he got bumped on that shot.
That's good from Tyler. Goal free throw is good from Tyler. Here is Cunningham. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alder, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
Game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.
congrats to MP on his perfect playoff run. That puts him up there with the all-time greats.
MP, congrats on winning that second title, man. Now what can they say? Last time wasn't no fluke, huh?
Big ups to MP on winning 2 Finals MVPs. Kid is a beast.
A lot of our fans in the house tonight. Should be a fun one.